This is how to perform the payloads. And here at our Oracle VM, we need two VM, which is Kali Linux and Windows 10. The Kali Linux is for attacker and Windows 10 as our victim. At Kali Linux, we need to make sure that at advanced, the drag and drop is bidirectional, which we can share the file between two folders, two VMs. At Windows 10, we need to set up the chat folder. Now we need to know what is attacker IP address, which is we perform the IPA and we get 10.0.2.15 is our attacker IP address. To fire the MSV Venom, we need a sudo which is as a root to perform the Venom, and the reverse TCP, and the local host is our host, and the listening port 4444, and where is the file for creating the MSF Venom. The file that we want to execute is bleus.exe.
Okay, so hi, I'm Hidayah. Okay, so we have created a file on the desktop. It cannot be inserted directly in Windows because it will be detected as virus. So we compress the file. Okay, so once the file has been zipped, okay, we select, and then it will be easier to do drag and drop. Okay, so we can easily drag and drop here. Okay, now that we're done with Kali, let's move on to Windows 10. Okay, but firstly, make sure that all antivirus has been turned off. Okay, because otherwise Windows will detect it as virus and then we'll quarantine. Okay, real-time protection is also important. We have to turn it off. Okay, so basically this folder has been mapped to the VM, and then it is the one that we set up the shared folder recently. Okay, we can extract the file to the desktop, and then we can see the Bleus file right there. Now that we're done with Windows, we'll go back to Kali to run the exploit. Okay, so firstly we type in MSF console. Okay, now that we're in, we will use the multi-handler, and then okay, set payload windows, interpreter, reverse TCP. Okay, and then we set the local host to this machine, which is 10.02.15, and then we set port to 4444.
So after we have set listening port and localhost, we have to set exit on session to value false so that the session between the connection will never be timed out. And we can start exploiting by typing exploit -j. Next, we go to Windows to find an image where we will be hiding the file inside the image. We can see on the Windows, that's the file that we want to conceal. And we need to find an image, so we open up a browser and we type google.com. After that, on the search engine, we type banana. In this case, we use banana as our image. Any image will do. So there's a lot of options. We only choose one and we save it to the folder. So on the folder, we give a name to banana, to the image, and we save it to the desktop. After that, we want to convert the image file to icon, so we open up another tab and we search for google.com. On the Google, we type image to icon converter on the search engine and we click on ICO convert and we click the link.
So we will use an online converter to convert the previous downloaded image into an icon. So first, we have to upload the previous downloaded image from desktop into this ICO convert. Upload the image. So for step 2 and step 3, it is optional. And then we have to choose icon format, custom size, and then select 256 x 256. Click convert ICO. And then download the icon. Now we have successfully downloaded the icon. We have to move the icon to desktop. Now we have the image and also the .exe file. Select both and then create an archive with WinRAR. You can use any name for the archive. Select compression method to best and click SFX, create SFX archive. Move to advanced and then select SFX options. Hit update module, make sure to choose extract and update files for the extract mode and override all files for override method. And then go to setup. We want to set the execution order. In this case, we want to execute malicious file first and then we open the image. So we have to type the .exe file name and then the name of the image file. Then click OK.
So if we want to set the virus file to have the same icon as a banana photo, we click on the SFX, load SFX icon from the file and then browse to the icon that we want. So this banana icon, then select, click OK. And after we're done with all the settings, we will create the file and we should rename it as same as the banana photo. And next, after we've done with all that, so when the user run the file, it will pop up this window. The user, if the user doesn't know anything about it, he will install without knowing what he is installed. So after running the executable file, it will then pop up the picture like the icon shown. So here in the Kali liner, it will detect the open sessions of the file. So we can try to list out the session to see what session is open by add the session command. So here ID 1. So we can see here it is connected to the user guy RT. So it's the same as the user, which is the guy RT. So let's try to check if we are already connected to the guy RT system. So we click on the sessions and open the sessions 1. So we can try to check
of this system info. So we can see here we're connected to the desktop, that the OS Windows 10, architecture, then system language, the domain. The log on user is 2 because one is for him, another one is for us. So next we can try to enter the shell. So right now it is open, we can enter the shell. So if we did not close the real-time protection, usually it will kick us out of the system. So next we can try to ping our address, our IP address. So here it is replying to it. So if we want to scare him a little bit, and we can try to end the process, the Windows process. So we can use the task here. I'm the Explorer ES. Terminate, run it, and then it will become this.
Okay, now firstly we will restart explorer.exe on the Windows machine. Okay, next we will show what will happen if real-time protection is turned on the Windows machine. So we open up the Windows protection and turn on real-time protection. If as you can see here, even after the user turn on, after they open the file, we can still access their shell on the Kali machine, and we can throw in commands on the shell. So if they close the files, we still have access to the session. So to avoid this from happening, the user must always turn on real-time protection before the file is open. So if you see here, we open the file again after real-time protection is turned on, and we try to access it on our Kali machine. We check in the sessions. Okay. As you can see here, there's session 2 for the new session they just opened. As you can see here, after we enter shell, the session immediately terminated because real-time protection is turned on. So what we learned from here is that to avoid this from happening, always make sure that your Windows Defender and real-time protection is turned on, because that is one of the effective way to avoid this problem from happening.